No, they only asked the conceptual question, which I
Hmm.
already said, and then the toughest question which you have done. So that you have to prepare by yourself.
Okay.
This
All
was
right.
the question I was asked in technical.
Right. Putting spotlight on that tough question you mentioned, right? Tough question.
Hmm.
So you remember that
Hmm.
tough question, Anand?
Yes, I was about, yes, I remember because I have practiced it.
Uh-huh.
So the question was like, it was not a scenario specific or what. The
Okay.
interviewer asked me like, what is the toughest problem you have solved and you have been given.
Okay. Hmm.
So for every person it will be different. For me, it was automated task
Okay.
and which required an ISCS tool, Airflow, and Snowflake, three of them.
Okay. Hmm.
So in in this task, I had to utilize all of them,
Hmm.
and I had to write Python and SQL code in them.
Hmm.
So I explained thoroughly the whole problem and how I automated the task and what coding I did.
Okay. Hmm.
I also told them like I looked in Stack Overflow and the documentation to get a
Hmm.
better oversight because this problem was very relatively new to me.
Okay.
So then I also did some chat GPT, but nothing helped. You have to figure out in your own way if you get a new problem.
Okay.
So then I realized and then I solved it, and that's how I explained to her as well.
All right. Super. I mean, it's all about how you do research to solve this problem. That is what I can say in a single statement.
I believe yes, but you have to present yourself in
Uh,
such a way that you did some learning out of the task as well.
Execution.
So, yeah.
So this is all about the technical round.
Hmm.
So each round is an elimination round, correct?
Yes, correct, correct.
Okay.
Each round is an elimination.
So how long it went, Anand? Like time taken for the technical round?
40, 45 minutes.
45. It was on site or online? How was it?
Online.
Online. So what was the platform? Any remember? Like, is it Zoom? Is it Teams? Which one?
Teams,
Teams, huh?
teams.
All right.
Hmm.
So this was all about the technical round, and the main priority what I felt is they will be checking your SQL knowledge. I mean, query knowledge.
Yes.
So a bit
And
about
Snowflake knowledge as well.
and profile related queries. But main, I
Hmm.
mean,
Profile.
speaking commonly, like my understanding is like if comes to the data engineer part, SQL query is the game changer questions. It is the main
Yes.
important.
So there are three main pillars in data engineering. And
Mm,
one is Python, another one is SQL, and third is PySpark. PySpark is
this part.
gaining too much
Mm,
attraction nowadays,
yep.
but it is role specific.
Uh-huh.
PySpark is, but my role was Snowflake, and
Okay.
Snowflake right now does not support PySpark. It
Uh-huh.
supports Python and SQL
Mm,
and Java as well. So Python and SQL was something I had to prepare, and I prepared
okay.
it. But SQL was asked, Python was not asked.
Okay. Just a personal question. Like you mentioned, you also prepared on the Python part, right? So at what
Hmm.
extent was your preparation, Anand? Just the basics or TSA, or at what level you have prepared in the Python perspective?
Uh, you have to prepare NumPy, Pandas, and core Python coding questions.
Okay.
Question will be asked from NumPy and Panda. If you
Okay.
have to go in detail, I would advise you to learn PySpark.
PySpark. Okay. Mhm.
PySpark is way better and the career is very good in PySpark. I am myself learning PySpark nowadays. So I would advise everyone to learn PySpark.
All right. Super. So this was all about the technical round one. And so how did you receive the result? Is it from a telephonic call or is it a mail? How was it?
Initially, I received the call from HR. After 2 days, like you have cleared the first round, and we'll be scheduling your rounds after 2 days. So it it may depend upon the interviewer availability time. So
Okay.
after 2 days, my second round was scheduled.
Okay. So it was face to face or is it online?
It was online only. You get a call from HR. Later on, you also receive the email for
Okay.
joining the interview as well.
Okay. So let's assume that an individual, unfortunately, he or she didn't clear the first
Hmm.
round. So will they receive rejection mail also, Anand? Any idea on that?
Most of the time, not, or
Okay.
they may receive after 1 month.
1 month.
So if you don't hear from the HR, or if you don't hear from the HR after first round in a week, I would advise you to call the HR
Hmm.
and ask them what was the result.
Okay.
So and you move forward.
Okay. So HR details, I mean, contact number will be given in the mail itself. Correct?
No, actually the HR will call you now, so you have
That's a
the
good
details
number.
of it. So just call to that
Okay.
number itself.
Super, super. So
Yes.
this was about the round one, and yeah, let's put a spotlight on the round two. So technical plus managerial, right?
Yes. Techno
How was
managerial round.
how was it?
So in techno managerial round, the usual they will ask you to introduce yourself.
Uh-huh.
Then they will ask you to explain your roles and responsibilities.
Okay.
The same they will ask you the toughest problem you have received.
Uh-huh.
So these are the three common questions which I faced.
Okay.
What I uh, what I came to know is in techno managerial round, sometimes they don't ask you a coding question.
Uh-huh. Okay.
They will only ask you the approach, like how
Mm.
will you do it. So in
Mm-hmm.
my case, the interviewer only asked me the approach.
Okay.
So he asked me certain just normal coding questions,
Okay.
like and then the concept of Snowflake
Mm-hmm.
and data warehouse normal concept.
Okay.
Then he shifted me about then he shifted to the managerial round question, like
Mm.
how will you handle if you have a conflict with your teammate, and then later on how will you handle if you have a conflict with your manager, how will you handle if you have conflict with your team lead.
Mm.
These three questions he asked me. Later on he asked me how you see AI. Do you
Okay.
see him as
Yeah.
as a job replacement,
Mm.
and have you performed any leadership role in the current role.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So these are some questions which has been asked in second round to me.
All right. So you mentioned about coding again. So here again, it's like a SQL related coding.
Yes.
Anything.
SQL related normal coding, not coding question, but concept questions like
Okay.
primary key
Mm-hmm.
and all these kind of normally questions. Primary key, foreign key, joins,
Okay.
and types of joins, how you perform them, and which join you should take,
Okay.
and how you. There is one is query optimization.
Mm-hmm.
Query
Mm.
optimization is asked how you perform a query optimization in SQL,
Okay.
and then yeah, these were the questions which were asked.